Right, Abusia mami na wasina me mo akwa famra Ashanti Media so be like video no share dia mo bi fufo na ono nso anya bi etumi ahwe se on subscribe to the channel no so awadaroma na wa subscribe etumi aba be kan busia no se be ya ye news update bi a ye beto platform ni so no onso benya bi na watumi ahwe na ene lawyer Obi atranse achese one na pamfo matimi ebiebie nsem bebre na so efa koko kuafo omu demonstration ne de keka ho a omu eye na enye ono nko one lawyer Kwesibo Junior no ye NPP communicator afi Dr. Samuel aye presidential staff na Reverend Charles Owusu nsem o matimi ebiebie so de enya asem keto akra mepese ye begibre na yakwa akotietie bi na yensoso ye de adwenkyere ato comment section
na bre na wabra na
de bi membre Obi mere na ho mesi afem Obi
adan
mewe aho ama me yayare yayare Obi de akoso man mu ne eya Obi ntimampeni oda
mampeni John Mahama
ti oda otimida woni ni yirema Lodina ti omuda omutimida
ade no muntimi na ade na esi
Obi na meba ha me ne menya quiet day dada
yes
meba ha na mete se oni o correspondent
yes, yes.
Akwo atwum edin komo se oye kire bi koso sisi a Cocoa house
yes
ye papa nam ye nananom ekuafo free western north region sehwi atena VIP bus mu for 9 hours etwa kwan yafa takrade so mo fa Kumasi nso kwan boni enam so aba bedrun kran sabre o ma bedrun kran otim so musima o ma chebe 4 no adan na esia omu kokko omu de ama kokko krachi aban kwa akoton amomo no aban ati omu sika so aban ti omu sika nso afiti be October aban ti omu kaye iti ade ahotre ena aba omu so na o reporter ne ka asem bi se akowia ka asem bi se empanifo wo Cocoa house oni nia obi a wedi 50 years kura enim nini aye 50 60 years 65 70 omo ye demonstration na chese we no omo nya ye papa no mo ye nananam na Obi omo frantoma me hwe videos no wo Facebook page omo frantoma ete from ensu adenti afise omo wu Obi Cocoa asem aye ka ho asem anya politics o me mamba asem di Cocoa asem ni be politics o eye nkwa eni owu ho asem na sisi eduru no se wo ye Ghana ni na se uye nipa dasani na se ubu nipa dasani nkwa be hu se de aban ne di ye Cocoa ekuafo no aban ni ku omo because there are so many of the Cocoa farmers ye Cocoa adwume ya no mo ye omo ni any other means of livelihood obi wo hono ma wo BP edro so alodipi ni ade Obi se ne bo eden dia Cocoa krache de be man no bi no de hwe abusuafo o de bia koto ni BP edro ne diabetes edro Cocoa ekuafo ne se be 6 months ni omuntimi ntom diabetes edro nti wano mo omuntimi nto BP edro nti wano mo Cocoa ekuafo so omuntimi mbo akohoma omuyere ne mu gya omo Obi eya rehosem omuntimi for mo ba ne mu nko school even to afford a day's meal for the Cocoa farmers is a problem. And we say we have a president in this country that otimida. That cannot be the case. Obi na asemi oya winia Cocoa farmers ni femu nia no. Cocobod no omudi omu kanidie. Omu dide. Omu CEO yatese wa yakoto Land Cruisers 4 twin turbo engine. Esi ne bo omu ni special air condition. Ato pickups, Hilux bako 100. Edi ama Cocoa staffers. Debi wamami akwaba asem na ye kan ye owo ne nkwasem Dr. Samiaye enenye NPP NDC asem ntina mete amsere obo ne ni die kwaso nipa ewu ne ye ka ho asem nipa ewu Dr. Samiaye wo ye doctor ni nipa ewu. People are dying in this country because of poverty and hunger. Abayi ama atwe Cocoa ekuafo. We nye self-inflicted o. Nipe wu Obi meraho.
Se kasa ede e ma Biden eto. Abranti na okasa wo
Cocobod.
Ewie yi no minim no de me hia ne da.
I'm sorry, Deputy Director Public Affairs.
But wa board home de na me born abaso. Even though dan kan say me hwe nsen ko ne afuafo no be gina monte akasa. Enso so na nkofo bi so do mo aba jim tin maybe sa na say ba no. Wakasa yi no wakasa nyansa mu. Wakasa wa hobrase mu. Nti unse wakasa bi en na akuafo no kra kasa de. Echo from. I believe say so on kwa na kasamafo no minim de so a deputy.
A deputy.
And or ya de papa. Oni mu hawa kwa ye wanti a ye hu de ye hu ina. Enya endi saban kwa aban bia ba na ya catching kofobi. I perceive them say aban bi penso na ye promote yo. Aban bi penso na ye fa na obi di 30 years wa adwuma. Ye de sha aban ba ko. Ni promotion timi ma emfree aban ba ko pe. So obi di 30 years wa aban mu. Na say adwuma mu anya aban mu wa di 30 years wa adwuma mu. Na ndisi ba power. How can you say baby or rise here drew and neno NPP didn't draw? Nti esi yi ni free on edu for special. Dey nti esi otimi kasa. Because with time no and when you say experience no and a promotion no can never be say one government beba na obi a subordinate junior bi na promote na na kwa director. No, it's sir. We should stop those things. And Ghana say abanye djuma ebasa baby abedru. Esa ni mana. Cause me matia nsem bi sanka enipa bi kura nkombe boa ye nua branch ya Randy a wo yi. Amane hu djuma nani so because what I appointed just 1 year ago. Nyansa ben kwa ni ndie kwa ben na onima obitima chen obi audit 20-25 years old. Obi men kan akore. Nti wuyi na wo betimi take decision e betimi decision e beboa sabe institution na wo. Anya no correct say una so wiase nyansa ni na akora wonima. Wo betimi ayare den amana yi. Nti yep na oma sabi o yetimi transfer obi a ne so mfaso beba ma adwuma no ba bi ne de na koto dex. Ya pam na koto office bim adan ya say o ye perceive say we NDC ni na we NPP. But civil service no ya we NPP ni NDC ho. I want you to na. Ntia make say nya NDC nko a it has happened. But as look as you say such sensitive position no. Ya nya ne sa. Ya nyi ko for basabasa. That is why it's anyway ngade esi. Because I've heard from the other quarters say na bo no sa utimi ton kra. Utise bo no koso utimi ton go ne nyina. Yeah. Unya na de den odiko. Ndi sika na ugina no ba ugina no. Sabi yenti so dey mafo. Nti ye won kofo a sabi omo ye more competent enough. Awon wa adwon ma che. Na I mean enye bibia kwasa dey civil service na pegin 60 years old. Anamboa. Yes 60 years. Yes 60. And here emobi anko with political head over. Cause him say with time no. Obenya suahu na odi beboa institution no. There's some others crana. Omo retime pon yesi unim dia wo nti. Yeah, my own for him the end enko. Sabra the 2 years. That's why your master window that's all. Say we wait master 5 years, but 5 years is either 2 + 1 + 2 or 1 + 2 + 2. Depending on what more they knew him there. The best one more. Since I never we no. Course Cocobod and Martin is a tear there. So it's unfortunate. Me two politicians answer me you. Look, there's a lady be a minimum of forest commission. Na climate change. You call her the directorate. Directorate. Because if you say climate change, you some see committee. And now we say donors how the office is here. Answer dealings in the money then me the previous call. Because at that time I call no deputy manager at the time. Now you directorate and obey director. And for so nam no so ma Ghana nya no meka me kan ade bechi meti ya yesi amanu so ko training school and was say juma kwa majai what the yes what the experience we nya ye nyinara training ade na kwa ma o man na bon ho ka akwantu be rebe watu don say nim no well bang ne ho nya ma nyinara waja okọ na obi me o nkosan fo transia me ya tete usai de ben and they say on my no minimum by the number. But I'm not sure say obi I didn't be biara. bit make say na dwuma obeye ba be send dipa na wo a sabe wanya suahunu kese a obo okwa de ko for negotiating table won't be carry obetra ha konum ti apa chicken bia we na ba bia ba na say bia ni ba bia. But I'm telling you, for the first time, the Lanchi climate change program or conference center, I mean a team, no, a whole lot of people and a buyer. But then only I didn't hear. If he said a baby pencil, but a call for a commission, not all at a time. For 20 some maybe 20 years, 20 something years. And all you want to what's that you know? Near Tomo be free cry, near the call a baby coconi, near the control officer. Offer will be free a CMC. I mean, just I for
yes.
Now they call a Coco hospital or whatever. So Uncle Pedro, yeah, then they call CMC or no Coco hospital in New York. What kind of, I mean, managerial skills, and a chatty bang. A chatty bang. Yamana Juman also on ye. Sisan suban we na amfiri amanyo semu ya mamuo mu a mini adoko ka se me de pa I don't know lanche you can say 24
assign
when me tell me de pa o sign
into law
because you see when your time on preno until omoto omobose yes ye kan say she bonti bo so me na ba na ye nya ho djuma but that the many omonya adwene say aban adwuma nya aban adwuma na ye say 24-hour economy adwuma ho ye hwe say government be create the environment about business society take advantage of it so that business people can hire 3 people to work for them. Now okay me say oh minister of a finance enti nipa hin the finance ko musika sem edi nipa hin anti ye be no e be ma de ache ama nkofo akọ so ti ase but say uko Nestle company uko Unilever uko other companies uko baby omuye bottle waters near here now say business cost pa they will need more people filling stations on bet man work 24/7 and you necessarily aban adwuma part of office no start here na adwuma am adwuma na you person e kwaje passport na adwo adawe be before ana jondi person e kwaje adwuma passport office is it crowded the one here say we passport to kwabia we go ha na the about post office
yes
it me ba ofie so kra nti sa 3133 near you know passport no one here say 24/7 o kwaje passport na ade cha le kwai
driver's license
say driver's license kwasi kai o kwaje driver's license anajo ade cha le kwai what imagine we are all right I'm na yi nti nye those things I hear nti me koko asem no makasa owura rande bi ontimi nye koko adwuma yunu dia asem wo si kabasa nko wo se wi anka ko ba kenya ye papa no ko ba se randi e wo se hwia nka ye papa no be fa ka ba ha na ontimi nye adwuma no onye kuani onti kua adwuma se
asa nye kuafo nko na
me see we need a bit of queer yo e wo mu ontimi nye Cocobod adwuma edu no nye kuani ga
no ye kuani
I'm telling you that's what me can say edu dia ko kwa fom da
no Dr. Opuni no ye kuani
Dr. Opuni
okay
so okay so no da
okay
we be free body Santiba e be kwa fom da ahafo be na ha ye do ha ti obi senka ye nua randi wo sahwi ana all to ana o hia cocoa leaders ya no ye papa nom madaru meburu moba mentimi nya me bone enya me pese cocoa no ye beton sa minya ye kran ke mo 10,000 Ghana cedi per bag nanso dia bentia nanso o kire ko anya me bone sa nyama sesa e bone ye besan den ye besan tum ntira me maba mo na so se me ba ba cheche mu woni utim mo kwa ba bi ese mo da kra mo na mo nchen na we obena da kurase mom de na so ma meken ono obi odi akonwa kwa fo betima da kurase and once na ba kokura su a odi ti bobo duo ma odi ti apai obi oni mza ye kwa fo ma amwo ya na mo ha adwen wo kwa da bi am kwa fo da eso owura wasum ni wani ni yi ebi tra so owura na suma odi ti bobo de ma duo ma odi ti apie mi no be wo hu bi da look wa ko hona ni ye ma me ne papa na ko trase on say papa kan wo si ensuo kra ye den ye num bi obi wo free sahwi e back kra e dey say ofi Ghana e ko Russia I'm telling you, from Kumasi to Accra, about 11 hours. Now from Kumasi to Sekou, you also there, and about 25 hours. They just obviously made 2 days in some mobile. Bank also the Land Cruiser and Aircraft, just a day over. What you say? You can even fly to Takoradi. No, Land Cruiser said, oh, what do you call? And I'll call your papa no Nancy. And when your papa near my minimum could drink come more. Walk where you want now, so. Cocobod see you so, or but what in the heli crackle? But I couldn't create him from a heli. What in the heli? Sir, what could see? Your papa near my minimum now, a job as a cashier. I said, President Mahama now, summa me. You run across and Kawoba, the Bibi Nancy Quine. Mamma, anyway, Miss Remo, I hope I see him. And ye boa paye. Abano, would done a coma so. On Timmy, yes, I'm fin Tiamoda. Nemo Bibi and Abba. Bibi should be also that's always a first time. Bibi Nancy. Oh, so branch or office way. A cacasa. A mere metica mamitina, a kamakuma. Some from an untum, I mean, sir, a queer former, a bay. Because a branch and a casay. Even though I don't call conference room. My papa got tenacity. My order, you animal dear, or my bread, on cocoa in a dynasty. Your mom baby try a momusu no me, a year to a car and a car. If you said, Driver, never stand over there, a class soon dream. Minister be a Cocobod, but take that step setting. Aye, but Coco no, a ninkra how, the office no one can have, Coco no, a class. And this officer you're doing here, he's only class for a day, a quarter. Now, Mamma Tin, you may be a day. I see, but your old man been ra. And he said, oh, Coco won out by familiar. Mimo Coco, Nadina May. Say, I buff not bands over 2,000 something. Me because I change I can ban into 3,000. I brought a bunch in this kind and from. Like I say, it's been a while. As somebody comes granting, or what you say. No, mum, and Tiasa, but my Juma. I just said your was or buffum. Obi so be good now, bro. Sanso. Now, so be for no Casana won't I don't know. Who see buffum? Tiba Yojine. Press conference, we are who tell Bisam for Obisa question, say, does it make sense to you? Obisa question, no. Obisa because a answer some money question, Obisa. Why we see you? Question be Obisa be an a bufukra umgrana, you have a way to talk to the person. Unfortunately, no one say, oh no. The Emmy Yadin said, but he says, or translation for because they are perceived NPP for the and I'm saying, you don't this city. President Adam forget. And the appointment. This is the NDC card, but Nemum, baby, I would Jina Sabi Unimti. Watch any nim dear so Montemo be a who so nimti. I don't expect, say, and you must say it made. I see.
But when you send your man so a coson, genuinely a bronesso. If there was something obvious or no personally bit my uncle,
or no person, you need to crowd with mine. Nemum,
and blaming him no may not be there.
A leader, you lead. Niamatofono. I want to watch Sabi penny near oye. Until I make us say, even he has to take the whole directorate for Accra
and be move
to move. Obi, I want divide your home. Omomuko half, cause go call echo. Omomuko Ashanti, a certain area echo. Omomuko Western North echo, Western region echo, Bruno, baby Omomuko echo. Obia echo can be a check we are for no. Because here can say, so I am on yourself. Before the Umbejim, I take advantage of near my costume, which the Musa and Crana, Umbetma Cotrestino. And I know NDC, who share NDC new Kukas, no quiet campaigner. I'm telling you, because I farmer, Uncle Fumda. They are able to do those things. Hinterlands, house to house, bunko fopuno. A mere campaigner will be a meeting could be called who said NDC, post at Alipan the Crown. Hey, house of my house, on my back, check. Oh, my idea, papa. And he, me fee say, Yenian fee say, just a managerial officer or manage office. I mean, office staff. The idea for way to have for people we brand it goes beyond that. Because process now and into managing the people are not here, they are there. Okay, so come to the new service and come back. So much you now Cocobod see you now. And media I think that on Penny John Dramani Mahama. I have said say you mean well, and I believe say I been being obey mistakes said I did I did however I know. So if you can pay them 10,000 Ghana cedi, you would have paid them 10,000 Ghana cedi. but situation no na akoba de eden akoba and akofa say for the first time wonya sa I mean Dina kan say for the first time in the history of this country wo pain so na Cocobod so hwan eden abafa Cocobod de mostly no obi ankosora yente so nanso we de nyese yet so kekese be 100 cities and 200 cities so 1000 and then 38 Ghana city 38 Ghana city kwa de buni pa kon no 38 na so no enne asem no so ti ase enti aye bibia sabi ehu it goes beyond talking on radio and explaining it on radio and TV. I do baby I say yeah nkitahudi ye one on one nipa no akwafo nipa ni gina ho na omo hwe wanim na odi aho brase so be do baby kura so oh ene papa no mami kura mi mu nkotoje but oh dabi manye sane okrachi obre ne ho ase dodo so sitie minim so omre ho ase mom de but aja wo betima afeki awo ma hu se obre ho ase
sisi awo ye ne personal
da minya personal
so for me pa
o da minya personal
me pa any dey ma because onni ha obeyi ne ho ana
awa ho brase no
say unim so omre ne ho
da bi nipa de ohun ne ya na ne su a eti ade minya mfiri ma okay enim say ebinim say
any dey mu
ebinim say
now let's stick to the issue
okay you ebinim say say do si ye na o ma na beti so dodo ba me giri say bia nya sa ne tie ene kwa sa ne tie wo ni mu kura na outside ne die on demonstrate bibia e be kire say o wa ho brase o buoma enipa sabe ye kuafo na on kai adwuma na aban ne den e de amano no because say one kaya et say din obi adinti ya wo nyina ni di ba ko e asem tia
nipa bia wo din
of course and the din bia di ma obi anya na de ma ho enti ye di ma na say wontimi mo ho ban din na odi nipa kora de den e koma enti Cocobod e ye din and ye di ni din den ababata ho okay as a set otimi eye de obetumi biara say ba ya ni din engu aban na den animase na sa betumi boma I guess the kasade den e yetwa.
I believe that this afternoon the Reverend Aye largely a personal attack on CEO of Cocobod. Wa kan sempi me gidi say be a personally onya de open asem enu nti na ogidi say niema yekoso but obi now ka say oh former CEO no de no ye farmer obi masa records ne de kan obi there has never been a time in 8 years nipa na Reverend say ono no ye farmer no onim koko akuadwuma no what me picky Cocobod liabilities from 4 billion to 32 billion in 8 years or a farmer me boy but the worst ever financial situation of Cocobod has been occasioned under his care ono no mom no Reverend say ono no ya de on liabilities alone look at what the man did to Cocobod and no Reverend say ya de fine obi obefa Cocobod na Cocobod was positive equity of 1.8 billion Ghana cedis obi and now me no can say Cocobod was negative equity of 3.9 billion and no oye kokoko ani and oye mo na baso waya de mi wa ono na say Cocobod sikasem obi nipa na yeso oye Cocobod na onim oye kuani na ono no nim Cocobod adwuma onim kuadwuma no oye ade o Cocobod no oko sign a contract so be deliver 786,000 metric tons of cocoa edu ache no a supply only just about 500,000 a rollover of 330,000 ama a car beda ho a abanye tua in the last 1 year by over 1 billion Ghana cedis 45% went me and deliver me wa Randy na Reverend say ono no nya de no Dr. Randy Abbey na Reverend say ono no nya de no ono no within only 5 to 6 months we deliver 82% of the commitment the oya de no e deliver only 45% but the onya de na deliver 82% with about 6 months more to go obi nipa na oya de no you buy a syndicated loan afibia yejia of course you can have your doubt about it syndicated oh mama kasa obi oh debi oh say ono do a farmer na Randy the onya farmer yes
but one coin to oya
obi ono no
to be fair to him he
yes
going
but the analysis I want to make you understand is say The argument was that when
don't
you're
need
farmer
a
now,
farmer
you
to be
don't
able to
need
manage
to be
it. Okay.
farmer now. Who can ask them no?
Farmer,
Oh, Reverend. Don't say who can say me. The man so me making me. But let me also make my point, Randy. Obi.
Yes.
Yeah, by a syndicated loan over the years, ya jeni na no. Eh, then one particular year, Cocobod books in the syndicated loan. Forward sales in Hong Kong na ba Abbey problem. Obi, Abbey problem. Yet me and can was him. Yet me can was him, Obi. Nipana, yes, so a cocoa farmer or a farmer into your dog phone. International market prices and a number over $9,000 to $10,000 now. Yeah, turn one bag there 10,000 cities were Jama so no amount cocoa farm is 30% because on a farmer, yeah, one abaso. But Dr. Randy na Ebimo say on no near farmer no. On no mom na all member FOB price 70% in 90%. You can make your argument. But the point is that there na Dr. Randy Abbey in 1 year. Ebimo de na 2 time crew mua. Yeah can one some in a way man because for the 1 year pa be Cocobod. Obi, mameka se mi chore. Yeah, kind of cry. Let's be honest, Obi. And now I know say one of the main reasons it's na pente about regarding Cocobod. Eh, sana ekuafo from October yenye den yenti omsika. Obi mebua 50,000 metric tons bi omo de cocoa na ma Cocobod. Ama ya mo check bo musika anye den embai. Obi is not it. And now I know say Reverend over $1 billion Ghana cedis has been released as of yesterday.
To LBC. So.
To LBC for all what?
I feel also more the common.
Yes, has the money not been paid?
To the farmers? No.
To the LBCs.
Okay.
But say LB cocoa farmers from Baka or Jomsika.
Sure.
Is that not it?
Sure.
Eti ma abayin tuyana. Government has delivered on that promise. Say obe tuyampa ye tuya. Akase LBC CD or Musika be de bemomo. But issue when you know it didn't start from today, Obi. It didn't start from today. You need a Cocoboda, a Jinan and Nasua. In times of difficulties, in times of austerity, I was Siano. Sa Cocobod bet me a Jinan now, so I support cocoa farmers. Do we have that Cocobod now? No. Because Obi, over the years, syndicated loan, I nim say, Afibia ba, ultimedia projection, ultimedia analysis, ecoton cocoa. Because when we say can be the bebano, sub syndicated loan. However, the difficulties I have or you may have a syndicated, it was coming. At the end, see such a jamasia to pay and in 1 year, pay syndicated loan. Ama acquire your cocoa financing mode and acquire more like cash and carry. Matters NPP 4 car forward sales once them. Who acquire forward sales once me and deliver 45%. Because of that, Ghana Cocobod the lose credibility. Because who contract I only be quiet for forward sales, you know. What me and deliver? The one kind of so. What's a Cocobod credibility? Cocobod Shaba only so. How can you go and have a contract or any projection with anybody? Or bet you where they say only a contract I will be deliver.
Would that be the first time under Cocobod yenya rollover?
The first time I yenya 333,000, more than 50% I allowed.
But is it the first time you rollover?
Rollover the Abbey, but the point is that the magnitude 45% deviation. Obianua, now say Ghana crack or bubble see country in a deficit to say, okay, you're 5%, 7%, okay, and yet, but okay. But say another company banana deficit here 30%. Obianim said this is not a serious country. The same thing has happened to Cocobod. Oti say Obi. What say Cocobod integrity? What say Cocobod sikasem? And then Cocobod as at 2016, not Cocobod net loss was about 200 million. And then Cocobod net loss 5.96 billion Ghana cedis. Net loss. Cocobod liability as at 2016 4.6 billion. And now I'm looking at 32 billion. The Cocobod does not have the necessary muscles to cushion cocoa farmers in times of need. And what's up as the mama? Or you're in a cabinet meeting or say, you're finding a new solution to Cocobod. You're raising internal cocoa bonds. You're financing Cocobod. PBC. You're Ghana, you're crouching. You're making sure say you're very review. You're the major cocoa license buying company in Ghana. Cocoa processing company. 50% of cocoa. President Mama say, and direct momo. na omutimi build yomo ho e kai da Cocobod so a enu nti Cocobod books nya omunia wode no president Mahama say emu 4.35 billion we year fi Cocobod so ama Rose Ministry te Rose Ministry ntia e ka Cocobod finance ministry we year fi Cocobod so say no be Cocobod books ni be clean na omatim dia yebi papa bi ebeboa. The very people who made sure say Cocobod na do baby a edu sisi ano are the people omote nche omoto bo ba pack so NPP4.
But all these issues are all raising as problems with Cocobod.
Yes.
At the time, September 2025, when the cocoa price was announced,
Yes.
initially 3,200 and something, later
About
400, but
yeah,
money
about
at 3,600. All these issues were there, but someone raised baby, sir.
The point
when
I
you
make-
were giving them that increment, Mama Yante challenges.
Obi, the point
Why now?
Cocobod has always by Dr. Randy Abbey. Why a lot of interview. In fact, only cocoa farmers, and matters a reverend can say, Dr. Randy Abbey, no crying only cocoa farmers. Only the number of engagements are Dr. Randy Abbey. Now, some picture now, Reverend can once said, not Yakunyamisu, not a fanny cocoa farm.
Yeah, or take over initially. Now,
why you be up to now, Owusu, yeah. Otiasie. Baby, almost say you give the dog a bad name so that you can do what you can hang it. That is what Reverend has engaged in for so many and you know many people because they have reservations with the man. But they also here as a CEO. No, oh yeah, Cocobod has always had issue here by yeah can once until when this matter came. Obi forward sales Obi na make forward sales nasem. Share Obi. Forward sales and NPP forward sales. What really are they talking about? Also, medical guys, the apostles of forward sales. What were their results as far as forward sales is concerned? Because you see, a Cocobod no, or yeah, on a buyer model. Obi mebua. Buyer be now no when Cocobod is so niska or better cocoa. I just a buyer be now so demanding cocoa. No, the Sikano Ponsa family Cocobod or the directly to LBC 50% of it. Mebua Obi. How can you look at this and go and project, say, over for essence of this? In any event, NPP, the worst forward sales ever in the history of Ghana. When international market prices and then $6,000 and $7,000, Oman forward sales of 2,600. Says can come here proper projection. What proper projections went into the fact say international market prices and $6,000 to $7,000. One also we have forward sales of 2,600. Arrangement better cost, projections better cost to arrive at that figure. When international market prices were doing about $9,000 to $10,000, say no them cocoa for forward sales say no yeah. How did Cocobod benefit? They did give Cocobod the necessary muscle to even accrue some amount of money. And now cocoa farmers to even accrue some amount of money to make sure say Cocobod were ding. Yeah now. Only 40 by 45%. When they were doing about 2,070 Ghana, not to go here 4,000. Wow, do it for no. Oma cocoa farmers 2,000, not to go ma 4,000. That was the year smuggling. Of course, we meant to be sir. Projections no. What has happened over the last 8 years is the reason why Obi yejina baby edu Cocobod intimi so cocoa for.
But the
because Anka Obi hold on. It is if Cocobod omu usual financing model no ewo hodi enim na aka forward sesen ko bia be. There is no difficulty about it. Even in the absence of forward sales, Obi yen cross 82% as an and now akasa oka. The apostles of forward sales no nya only 55%. But they say one year forward sales nya 82%. And we have people criticizing the system. Look, the point I'm making is that Cocoa careful. President Mahama Kasaka Obi uni say maybe be am few Eastern region. Yes, you cocoa power. Otiase, President Mahama Kasa so akabi. We respect the cocoa farmers. Ye domo. The omu ye nyina out of pain and frustration. Clearly understandable. But as a government, no, we have taken responsibility. And we have started processes to address it. The new Cocobod bill, Christ Parliament say. From an econo, Sabe no qua. 70% of FOB prices should go to cocoa farmers. President Mahama ni tribu nya ding.
I was going to ask
because this is the president of Obaya. Niema pia na ha Ghana for tete Ghana for $1 e-levy betting tax. Niema p. This is the president that where you Ghana for. Why would this president suddenly decide to make? I mean, to bring pain on cocoa farming? That's not how it is.
Let me ask you this question.
Yes,
Way here, no, sir. Despite all the challenges you've spoken about in previous years, this is the first time a baby 80 cocoa price after announcing an initial price for the crop season. It never happened in the last 8 years.
Yes.
Why now?
Obi, because this is the first time your usual financing modular a support for Cocobod. Government will have to bear the
that financing model started when?
Oh, that not syndicated loan set 2024.
And in 2024 was price reduced.
2024 says it was price reduced.
So I will say
now the new financing model was 2024-2025, and so it was just 4 months after NPP for free power. So we have had to bear the largest branch of the new financing model.
How?
Yes, because but that's what it is. Because you see, I know forward sales now can be quiet. Because cash and carry buy no or say books and you know your forward sales agreement crowd so untimi farmer and they say I mean sika na me pay tonnage of cocoa and I'm the bread no me. How can you go and do a forward sales on this?
Now said the forward sales agreement no Randy mo take you over no Randy mo the remaining beans and was
and ama abaya boka over $1 billion Ghana cedis. Imagine says $1 billion Ghana cedis in that one. Anka Coco Obi NTB so careful as an ye maintaining baby. Government had to cough up over $980 something million, and you know about it. Over 235,000 metric tons of that quantity has been delivered. And Abbey had to breach in with about $500 per ton. What you say? Saskawi, it has gone down the drain because of almost 4 sales. So $1 billion in that one. So
government took the option, sir, they will not do forward sales or spot sale.
Yes.
Spot sale, so you have to study the market and see it during the bullish period. Now, when price not hit you, then you sell. That was missed. In anticipation of a proper price, the price dropped, boom, and the problem was
Obi.
How do you explain it?
I'm saying that there are two financing models. Is that not it?
Yes.
So also forward sales
and
sports price.
Sure.
You see, our forward sales now. I've told you why that forward sales need to be cost.
Sure.
Into government in I've made this question. Yes.
But that's what I'm saying. That's sports, you know.
Yes.
It's a choice government has made.
Yes.
And that choice, there's what consequences. The consequences is what we are facing now.
That's the point. But I'm saying that a new system has to be couched by government.
Okay.
And not a president mama koye hu meeting on any cabinet minister the aba.
It's our new system.
Yeah, new system aba. Ebe ma Cocobod ejina ye in times of difficulties. Cocobod wait me aso ekua for asene. Amani metimi akoye. Eti Ghana for every right to express disquiet, to express every concern about the issue. Memetia meni nje ho. But I na metete comment from NPP for because of them yabedu baby e do no. It is a major issue. Say Cocobod, all Cocobod financial strength and muscles, ye depleting no. In only 8 years, I'm a Cocobod. Edawa, akwete say nipadua don't pay him. 8 means so be asking. On one case, anti means ya bonting koto be just will be discovered. No, I don't think say that's the conversation.
A doc, no meaning say for more as the immediate past government on this matter there, you have absolutely no credibility to even talk.
Obi
about Coco. Because of baby, I'm the Cocobod could see it.
Obi Medase, on the Samia Kasa for 28 minutes. Okasa ni am ye din. Reverend Sokasa mi din. So I expect some Rebecca say.
Obi abe
din. Obi, yeah, se politicians nya kwenya na se ye betena radio so na ye kasa. Na se asemaba na asem no efa owo ene nkwa ho a se na medi kan na ye hu se na ebesi edi enkomo Obi asem na aba no eye amount for livelihood ene lives ho asem ne ye kan aban a mobaye a modesa oyene konanda abebe to kokoekuafo so yi nka obo menu edin wo ka so free presidency communications I was expecting some buy no their chelpa ene kasade ene be ka kire akoko for farmers a omutie yen ene anwumre cocoa farmers a onye omo kasa ya o reporter ma onye omo kasa ya. I was expecting some the kasade ene a chelpa ne be mo mo say
so catch almost a bind to your condition
obi me ba ho. I was expecting some their chelpa. So what you be condition I say doesn't necessarily mean you are apologizing for state adini panakom. Obi cocoa farmer situation mo way. Na see am share video ba ko bia bo producer na me say ye kasa ni mu na obo. Cocoa farmer be over 95 years. If we say hwe so. Etwa kwan fiti say hwe so over 10 hours aba cocoa house one crying. Say ahotire wo community no oba ifra etutu ne kente aba begina cocoa house plead say Cocobod enye bibi mfa oba betena ha e na aban na atwam no e na aban na atwam no aban na atwam no me pa cho mo ba aban mu no over a year nie obi over a year nie. Now I'll touch briefly on the past of Cocobod, nothing about the current. Obi, the point and the fact is that NPP yeba abemu 2017 na Cocobod for ayeka $4.75 billion. Or the bagan the sikanima 19 billion Ghana cedis. And then the car NPP are buying ebe 2 year in 2017.
I told you, sir, in the company's 2016-17 balance sheet, Oshaswa, there is nothing like that there.
No, but Obi, from the handing over notes and so Yansu Yenyaye from Cocobod in 2017, it reflected, say, Cocobod was in debt of about 4.75 billion
US dollars.
Yes, US dollars. And largely, no, Sakana largely, no, had to do with cocoa rose car.
Obi balance.
Say, unim say, Obi, unim say a car, Cocobod, and the NDC normally cocoa rose by. A car largely, no, near free.
No, cocoa rose
sa.
And then they
I'm not to album for latter part of the cocoa rose, but largely, no, NDC for na above twice, Obi. In some Dr. Samia Yakania, I don't even want to go back. But the fact is that Yeba NDC for Babemi, NPP ja almost $500 million in cash. Our the Ghana International Bank account in London. As a time a year free abemu 7 January 2025 no. Na $500 billion cash. It was our bank account. $1 million cash. It was our bank account in him. Ebium honorable to force my yeti as say. Cocoa revenues in Kwa Omenya, where in his pre-budget statement, say cocoa revenues in Kwa Omenya, as at April 2025, was close to about $1.8 billion between January and April 2025. Cocoa revenue Ometimenya. In total, no, say Okaboma, not just say close to about $3.9 billion. Obi what you say? Now the point is that Sikanaway. So see you go Cocobod. The point is that where is their money? Obi member me person me try and throw into where NDC manifesto. Oshe page 49, paragraph 3, the cocoa sector. President Mahama says Oba be prioritizing investment in the cocoa production over wasteful administrative expenditure to improve the livelihood of farmers. Me pacho medical catch us aban we buy ye. Omo si Cocobod ho kire no. Sesa mini asamia ye airking. Your funny say asemo kanya granted without admitting. Say in some Kenya ye no cry. Obi, na se Cocobod ho akire na. Cocobod ni score di bema ekuafo no. Nenso wo scout di beto pickups 100 ama cocoa staffers. Pickups bako 100. Na pickup na bia $100,000 100 ye saying. Cocobod say no ho kire no. Oni scout di bema ekuafo no. Nenso wo sika o di beto Land Cruisers twin turbo engine. Bako 4, Abaku biya close to $250,000.
Yeah, but the CEO has explained, sir.
Obi,
for oppression.
Obi, it is not. Obi, with all due respect, it is not about whether or not the company has to run or the company and once they are running. Samia, you see, the Cocobod was in debt.
Yes.
Obi, who say Cocobod here, Papa company. Now say Obi take you over as Cocobod CEO. Na se nkrofo ye adwuma ma papa company Cocobod ne kosoro no omo kire omo a wo di cocoa fo sika no be kwa koto Land Cruisers say for wo operations a wo dey nationwide tour into here twin turbo Land Cruisers for. Obi, would you do that? That is wasteful administrative expenditure. Clearly the omo promise here and the omo ye no are clearly two different things in their manifesto. But what you say because their manifesto no so ma be prioritize cocoa farmers no livelihood no omo sitting in. But today what are we seeing? We are seeing the opposite. And ye nya nti say cocoa board CEO ni fie ote yakoye renovation peche udru ho no ma ho chen heaven and next peche ye catch say baby asebe ne crime mind akroda ho kra beda ho because ho no me kama obi enti nsema ye ka nia na ye se Cocobod ho kire na se Cocobod ho kire na sika na mode kototol Land Cruisers 4 ne pickups 100 ne saloon cars keka ho no on kam betimi dia makoko ekuafo na mana ye obi nsema Dr. Samia ya abetina ha Kenya na NPP si na NPP yesi NPP yesi anyomani na yanti koko ekuafo sika so obi never in the history of this country ena esi da say aban bia ba wati koko ekuafo sika so se sika koko ekuafo botom no omate so na obi you see penny bi netina se kan na sem say penny bi netina se kan sem say the first problem of your life is your mouth. Enti we ase se won pese obenya asema kawanu tum NDC for opposition then omo ka kire koko ekuafo say President Akufo-Addo emo 3,100 in 2024 that time na edwaman so no $3,600 per ton na se sika ne de mo 3,100 Ghana cedis no ye wi omo ye krono e kalabule ye tutu omo botom enti so mo ba ba mu a obubema koko ekuafo na 7,000 Ghana cedis and I say 6,000 Ghana cedis. Obi, I have a publication here. Ora ato forcing and I can one say I will raise the cocoa. I'll raise the price of cocoa from 3,100 to 6,000 per bag in my capacity as finance minister. Ato forcing. This is ato forcing speaking. But I need my $10 mile. Who bet my kaya mobi atibi?
Where Ghana where?
Me pacho came for
Friday. 10th January 2025.
Absolutely. That time then this na Abbey.
Yes.
That time me aboni din as finance minister designate.
Into Isaac Appiah say I will raise the price of cocoa from 3,000.
Isaac Appiah na news reporter.
Yeah, on our news reporter on our all trust story. No? From 3,100 to 6,000 per bag in my capacity as finance minister. I say as his first act in office, newly appointed finance minister Honorable Ato Forsen has made a daring pledge. He declared his plan to increase the cost of a bag of cocoa from 3,100 to 6,000 Ghana cedis. The goal of this action is to enhance the quality of life for cocoa farmers and strengthen the industry that makes a substantial economic contribution to Ghana. Quote, cocoa farmers are the backbone of our economy, unquote, Honorable Forsen stated while addressing stakeholders. It is time to give them the compensation they so well deserve for their work. Raising the price to 6,000 Ghana cedis per bag will improve their standard of living and encourage additional funding for the industry. Farmers who grow cocoa all around the nation have expressed relief and hope. Western Region farmer Kwame Mensah stated, quote, this rise would enable us to better our farms and provide for our families after too long of struggling with poor pricing. Some financial experts, however,
we dey order my mean but because of time ne tofa bomu ni akire say Honorable Minister to forces say koko ekuafo na 2024 President Akufo-Addo aban and NPP aban.
Hold on. This part is very important. Okay. In your say, some financial experts, however, have expressed doubts regarding the viability of a rise. The government must make sure that the national budget can maintain this pledge, even though it is wonderful news for farmers. According to economist Dr. Mary Opong, a financial imbalance could result from improper handling, particularly if cocoa prices change globally. The public was reassured by Honorable Forsen that the administration has a long-term plan to enact the new price. Quote, we have thoroughly examined the data and we are certain that this choice is both feasible and essential, he clarified. The success of our cocoa industry depends on our farmers. Even when some experts express doubt about the
say German so problems bit my background or say the abiding him the ombeya omobema cocoa ekuafo ne sister, which means the 6,000 cedis per bag was non-negotiable. This is Honorable Atuforsin speaking in January 2025. This is an Obi Wakaino. Now, Oka san semni ni ewie ye say NPP for ni e ball mo kro no ye tutu bottom ni sadien. Na dwaman so na $3,600 per ton. Dr. Samia e twantro bi wa hase be me say wadua nkoso. Dr. Samia made an inaccurate and false statement. It's a false statement. It's an untrue statement. Say untrue under NPP abaimono na cocoa a bono on the world market it me could do by $10,000 near make you afford 3,100 Ghana cedis. But what you want? Good. On record, the cocoa price on the international market per ton has never reached $10,000 before 2025. It hit the highest record of $10,000 in January 2025, and that was in the last 50 years. After cocoa bought the highest cocoa price per ton on the global market was $3,600 per ton in between October to December 2024. So if anybody per ton, yes. So if
highest under the 8 years of
administration, yes. It is if anybody comes to make the claim, say, oh, I didn't mean the America. If anybody comes to make the claim, say, under President Kufuor, na cocoa owe German so $10,000 per ton. It is an untrue statement. Obi, it is an and you can fact check me. It is an untrue statement. Me just want the American I say, cocoa no the record that cost was in January. And in a course in January, no financial forecasters, no economists, Ebekacha buying say $10,000 now cost no engine honum. Because after never see that we are seeing there a beba form. But I buy way it can NPP for you. Now, yenhwe data ni because of time I start from 2020. NPP ababemun. Na cocoa near 515 Ghana cedis per bag. In 2020, me far from your second term now. And your difference 515 Ghana cedis ne cost 660 Ghana cedis per bag. Make a second term 2020.
Hold on. You have to contextualize it. 2017 na 457.
Correct.
And I'm maintaining 457 for 3 years. 2020 na mo about 515. And then you got to and I'm about back in 2021 in the Twaso from Onionko.
Yeah. Say American, say me make from 2020 because I make up from buying the second term because of time. Yeah. 2020 the 515 equals 660 Ghana cedis per bag. That was a 28% increment. Yeah. In September 2023, the free 880 Ghana cedis equals 1,308 Ghana cedis per bag. In April 2024, the free 1,308 Ghana cedis equal 270 Ghana cedis per bag. And in latter part of 2024, send a market a world market and a cost sometime in October. No,
yes.
The free 2,070 Ghana cedis per bag equal 3,100 Ghana cedis per bag. NPP abanye free abanye so na ye scorecard in ye. In as much as Obeka say na Cocobod in challenges, Cocobod were problems, and this is the scorecard to the cocoa farmer. Sa 3,100 Ghana cedis and na cocoa kweni for over 1 million population na Ghana ha kosa like I say 3,100 Ghana cedis no. Eswa because not the alternative government NDC for President Mahama ni atoforce ya show mo bo say omoba omo 6,000 Ghana cedis to 7,000 Ghana cedis. And to cocoa for on 7th December 2024 sa lie e ka say 7,000 Ghana cedis there e so 3,100 into kwakwo to Obama President Mahama Obi that was the offer. NDC for demand there was an acceptance by the cocoa farmers. It created some legal obligation. Obi you a lawyer. You say a social contract. Once near Kawahi. Almost like what are they doing to the cocoa farmers? Not only say NDC for to mean to 3,100 now NDC NPP for the Jahono. Almost about 2,587 Ghana cedis. And the buyer now say a criminally managed economy no. Abayana President Mahama say Abayan is made up of Sebe Kalabule for Akronfwa ye real mine criminally managed. That government was able to pay the cocoa farmers 3,100 Ghana cedis per bag. Nene Abayan was a year managed by angels and also above one. And then you cannot even pay the 3,100 Ghana cedis per bag. Obi Abayan is made up of a bunch of liars. This government is made up of a bunch of atrofo. And therefore, as a citizen, I feel very alarmed and I feel very threatened. Say, me trust the buying of the day because a government okay say in January or what be the finance minister in January 10 finance minister so be ma cocoa equia for 6,000 Ghana cedis. 1 year down the line February 2026 the same finance minister now stand by a press conference say cocoa equia for they say near be more 2,587 Ghana cedis. Obi in that Bennett say ye mpese ye no benya wantwi bia asema ye nya ye kan say we are solidarizing with the ordinary cocoa farmer cocoa equafo ne ye omo ya wase ye tiase say cocoa equafo no mu wu we understand their pain we are calling on the government say omo tua cocoa equafo no kasa ne doso obi kasa ne doso mo say NPP abaye nye na Ghana for ejitum no mo say like koto abeti a NPP etifie NPP for it is not Dr. Bawumia's job to pay the cocoa farmers. It is not President Akufo-Addo's job to pay the cocoa farmers. It is not your former agric minister, Honorable Bernard Champion's job to pay the cocoa farmers. It is President Mohammed and NDC's job to pay the cocoa farmers. So pay them and stop talking. Obi, the talking is becoming too much. Atamdi diane doso pay the cocoa farmers. Obi, now him. Obi, mami you will free. Obi, mami you will free. This is me losing my thought. Respectfully. Oh, Samia Ijaya and Wadarama. No, stop it. Okasana me tie di me interject me. Obi, Wadarama. My main kasa assembly. Obi. Now him say cocoa asema ye kan ho asemi 50 October. Ebesi February. Until Lendra or my press conference, I feel buying case can be released cocoa farmers for the past 4 to 5 months. Now, cocoa cocoa cratch and I'm more chat and I say receipt for the past 5 months. When you buying into a cocoa for Nekai. Into the interesting thing is then the painful thing here is that cocoa creating or didn't cocoa cratch now or expected 3,600 Ghana cedis. And then or the cocoa na come buying a real, a buying a gin cocoa near real. Afi abayne say o 3,600 ne kura na ebe ye problem.
Yeah, but
until recently advocacy ne cause on na abayne ka say o de dia modiama yendada ne de ye be mia ye ni tu 3,600 na so going forward ne de 2,587 Ghana cedis na beka obi unim say ye ko di bronya kokko ekuafo intimen di bronya ne bi aye nia ne ni age a sebe eye year of festivity a ye ni age kokko farm intimen di bi New Year cocoa equafo intimendi bi adentia because aban bi aba 5 months on tua cocoa equafo kai obi asema make I feel so pained in my heart and me ya then me ya bro so kra ne say obi people are dying obi me cocoa equafo no mo frame me the cocoa scholarship na course secondary school I was St. Martin's everybody can go and check the records because me uncle you one of the biggest cocoa farmers Tiwa West eti me nya cocoa scholarship cocoa bursary and no me de call secondary school so I have every duty say cocoa equafo ho kire omo a make be me uncle no and no a diabetic patient and no Tiwa Ingresi obi on name Tiwa West honum ni bia nim Ingresi ukokuma se kwan so Ingresi obi o a diabetic patient 3 days ago me ne kasai o ka tell me say asem na ekoso na ye tinkran ye kaka dia ye pese ye keka bia no minima ho kire dia bakro ni so a enya ho kire ketwa obi okaya ka say it may sound funny but okaya ka say omukọ eyiye kura kokọ ekuafo ntimi mbo nsawa because ahotire about the talk kokọ ekuafo so because o say ebi nsida say aban bi beba aban no ebeka say kokọ sika ede mo no yate so o say ebi nsida efi say ne so ti ya oye kokọ kuayo ebi nsida na say ne moye no troka mo dade ekuafo mo bu ekuafo afo so mo yo mo azakala bule 419 waga dre darega na say ye kan o say NPP aban na ye NPP aban na eti akonya ne so obi NPP aban na eti akonya ne so aban we o me ye nkrofo o mo kan no kre